Hi, I am Dr. JP Silvera from TaylorMade Health and Wellness, and I want to tell you about a patient who walked away from a rear end collision feeling completely fine and then woke up 3 days later unable to turn her neck without pain. That gap between the crash and the symptoms is the most misunderstood part of auto accident injuries. And if you've been in a collision recently and you're not sure whether you need to be seen, stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why symptoms show up late, what's actually happening inside your body when they do, and what getting checked looks like from the moment you walk through our door. Here's what happened to her and why it happens to so many people. She was rear ended 4 days before she came in. Not a dramatic crash. The other car wasn't going that fast. She got out, checked the bumper, exchanged insurance information, and drove home. She felt rattled, maybe a little tense in her shoulders, but no real pain. She went to work the next day. By day 2, she noticed some stiffness. By day 3, she couldn't sleep because every time she shifted positions, her neck ached. That pattern is something we hear constantly. And once you understand the biology, it makes complete sense. At the moment of impact, your body floods with adrenaline. That's the same chemical that allows people to lift a car off someone in an emergency. It is a powerful painkiller. In the minutes and hours after a crash, your nervous system is still running on that adrenaline, and it is actively masking what your tissues just went through. Meanwhile, something else is starting. When a muscle or ligament gets strained, even without a tear, even without anything showing up on an x-ray, the surrounding tissue begins an inflammatory response. That process is slow, it builds over hours, it peaks, for many people, somewhere between 24 and 72 hours after the injury. So the day of the crash, you feel fine, and 2 or 3 days later, you are genuinely dealing with something real. This is not in your head. This is not you overreacting. This is your body doing exactly what it is designed to do, just on a timeline that catches people off guard. The most common symptoms we see after auto accidents are neck pain and stiffness, which is what she had, but also headaches that start at the base of the skull, soreness between the shoulder blades, low back tightness, and sometimes a strange aching in the arms or legs that people don't immediately connect to the crash. These all come from the same mechanism. The sudden force of impact, even at low speed, moves your head and spine faster than your muscles can react. The muscles and ligaments absorb that force, and then the inflammation starts its slow build. When she came in, we did a thorough evaluation. We looked at her range of motion, assessed the soft tissue, and talked through the mechanism of her injury. We explained exactly what we found and what it meant. No guessing, no vague reassurance. She knew what was going on in her body, and she knew what care was going to look like and why. She also had a question I hear all the time. Is this going to cost me anything? In Florida, PIP coverage, personal injury protection, is required on every auto insurance policy, and it covers a significant portion of chiropractic care after an accident. For her, the billing was handled entirely through her PIP coverage. She paid nothing out of pocket. We deal directly with the insurance so that our patients aren't left navigating paperwork on top of recovering from an injury. That is the last thing you need. If you've been in an accident and you're on the fence about getting checked, I want to address that directly. The most common reason people wait is that they don't feel bad enough to justify the appointment, and I understand that. But here is what I've seen over years of treating accident patients. The ones who come in early, get a clear picture of what happened to their body, and start appropriate care early, they recover faster and more completely than the ones who wait until the pain is severe. Inflammation that gets addressed early is easier to resolve than inflammation that has been sitting in your tissues for weeks. And if you come in and there's nothing to treat, you will know that. That's also valuable. The evaluation gives you a clear answer either way. We see patients in English and Spanish here in Clermont, and we make the process as straightforward as we can, from your first call to your first visit to the paperwork that follows. So if you've been in a collision, even a minor one, even if you feel okay right now, don't wait for the pain to tell you something's wrong. Come in, let us evaluate you, and leave knowing exactly where you stand.